Today we're going to be covering UFC Fight Night Mexico, Moreno versus Kavanagh. A lot of people are not happy with the matchup. They think that Kavanagh should not be getting this fight. They think that there's a lot more contenders that are more deserving of this fight. And whatever you think about that, doesn't matter. The fight's happening, so we're going to cover the card. First fight on the card is Damian versus Wes Schultz. I'm going to go with Wes Schultz here. I think he's going to get it done maybe in the second or third round, with a ground and pound finish or a submission. My pick has nothing to do with the fact that we fought on the same card, nothing to do with the fact that he is a Midwest fighter. It does not matter. I'm going with Wes Schultz, and that's my pick. Yeah, I think he's going to get it done. Maybe he gets hurt on the feet in the first round, but you know what? I think he's going to come on strong, get the takedown, get the submission or get the finish, however it goes. I think he's going to win. Next fight on the card, Eric Silva versus Francis Marshall. I'm going with Francis Marshall. A lot of people thought he got robbed against Myron Santos, and that loss is aging quite well. They have a similar record, but Eric Silva, he hasn't fought as much lately as Francis Marshall. Francis Marshall is, more of like a younger contender. I think he'll get this one done maybe in the first or second round. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Francis Marshall by finish. Next fight I'll be predicting is Christian Quinones versus Chris Moutinho. We've actually seen Chris Moutinho, not win any fights in the UFC. He won some fights on the regional scene and got back and got flatlined. So his story just hasn't really been like that great, and neither has Christian Quinones. But I'm going to go with Christian Quinones just because, he's actually won one fight in the UFC. So that's why I'm going to go with him. Eileen Perez versus Macy Chiasson. Macy Chiasson has slowed down quite a lot. Her last win was Mario Buena Silva, which hasn't aged very well. Eileen Perez hasn't looked like that great, but I think she has more push for the UFC, and I think that the UFC knows Macy Chiasson's kind of done. So, it's kind of clever matchmaking, I would say, I guess. But, yeah, I think Eileen Perez is going to win because, she does, I don't know. I don't know if you guys know what she does. You can look into it. Go look into it. Ryan Gondara versus Jose Daniel Medina. I'm going to go with Ryan Gondara. Jose Medina has kind of not looked very good. He hasn't really looked good. Like, I don't know what else to say other than the fact that, like, he just kind of survives, or he's just not that impressive to me. So I'm going to go with Ryan Gondara. Next fight, I'm going to be picking Daniel Zellhuber versus Bobby Green. I'm going to go with Bobby Green in this one. Daniel Zellhuber, he just has not lived up to the hype expectations whatsoever. He had a close fight with Michael Johnson. It wasn't close. He didn't have a close fight with Michael Johnson. Like, he got dominated by Michael Johnson, and Michael Johnson is, the 50-50 guy. And Bobby Green is also a 50-50 guy. So, I just think this is one of those matchups where Bobby Green can win and Bobby Green can bounce back. Marlon Vera versus David Martinez. I'm not going to all of a sudden just think that Marlon Vera is going to have the ability to win fights. Like, he just kind of has been doing the same thing consistently again and again and again, not really going for it, not chasing the takedown, not chasing the finish, just trying to let the finish come to him, and it doesn't, and then he gets behind, and, his style just, it hasn't been working as of late, and David Martinez is on a surgence. So, anything can happen. It's MMA. I'm not going to bank on a KO from Marlon Vera. I'm going to go with David Martinez by decision. Brendan Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh. I'm going to easily go with Brendan Moreno on this one. Loner Kavanagh is not ready for this fight. I don't know if there's going to be a finish. I think Brendan Moreno realistically could get a finish, but I don't know if that's what he's going to go for. I think, he's just going to do what he normally does, stay at range, throw his fast combinations, tag up Loner Kavanagh as he exits like this, just like Charles Johnson did. Yeah, he'll tag him up. Brandon Moreno will easily win. I think he'll win a 5-round decision, or maybe at the end of the 4th round he'll get a finish, or early 5th round. I could see that happening, but I think for the most part he'll just keep it at range, outstrike him. Look for those openings. Loner Kavanagh has a lot of openings. Like, let's be real. He's exciting. He's fast. He's got a good future, but he's not ready for this one, unfortunately.